Okay, it's 1:50 on a Monday, September 23rd, 2013. There's been some thoughts that I've had in my mind, on my mind, most of the morning and afternoon. I also posted something about it on Facebook, and so I'm going to share it now with those of you that do want to see the show expand and be produced in a professional manner and be accessible to people around the world that need to hear an outside-the-box perspective on what's going on. And there's a lot of different reasons why the show that I started in 2004 is called Outside the Box. But some of you have been watching the show for years and years, and you've seen the adventures, you've seen the journeys, you've seen the interviews, you've seen a lot. And, I've been asked a lot, quite often, when's the show going to be back on Access TV? I've talked a lot in these videos about the power of going without things. And a lot of people will attack me. They'll say, don't ask for help. Don't allow people to help you by being freelance. Go get a job, you bum, you piece of shit. Get your hair cut. And they keep poking and poking because they're insecure about their lives. Why would you go and attack someone else for trying to spread consciousness and trying to not give up? Of course, these people don't know my history. All my life I've worked for others. Then in this video, I'm not going to focus on that. People that don't even know me and what I've been through. What I'm letting you know is I'm going to be bringing back a weekly half-hour show. Well-produced. I don't have a lot of equipment. Obviously, I'm still traveling. So I'll do what I can with what I've got, which is this computer, this webcam, and another camera, which I ordered off of eBay. It's a Sony Bloggy camera, but it's HD. And I'm going to be working to bringing back a weekly show, but I want to get it out there. And I'm going to be putting it on other websites. I've got to come up with other websites other than YouTube. I don't think we should be dependent on YouTube and Facebook. And I think that the power of Access TV still does exist to reach people that normally don't look for this information. See, someone attacking me and saying, oh, I'm going to unsubscribe to your channel because you're not entertaining me enough. You don't look good enough. Your hair's not cut. You look like a bum. You're depressing. You're whining. I don't like it. Well, they can go watch something else. I'm not here to impress everybody. I never was. And I apologize if I came across as that kind of guy because I've always been speaking against the popular vox populi, popular opinion, popular belief system, the mass way of thinking, the herd way of thinking, or looking, or speaking. I've always been different. I've been disowned by both sides of my family for playing this role. Why would people think I care what they think? They don't understand their own negativity and how it's become like a virus. This negativity that's sweeping the planet, trying to crush the spirits of those trying to affect positive change. So it's amazing how people on those roads to helping others, how they get attacked. And we're also noticing YouTube channels being dismantled more and more. From people that are working to affect change. George for Title had his YouTube channel eliminated recently. Of course, he is now back, and he has multiple YouTube channels. George for Title 2 is the main channel that George is going to be putting his videos out there. The point I'm trying to make is, when you try to go on the right path and do what's right, you may find that people oftentimes attack you. And you've got to be strong and allow people to attack you. Turn the other cheek, but keep doing what you're doing. You don't always have to react. You don't always have to go into attack mode. I'm going to be bringing up some of these deeper themes in my half-hour TV show. It's going to have news. It's going to have commentary. I may have some interviews or segments from interviews from my radio show that I do on Saturday nights. And I'll also have some B-roll and rolling clips, maybe a few music videos. Maybe I'll read some of the emails that come in. If you want to ask a question to me, or if you want to ask a question on YouTube, I can perhaps go over that question, try to answer it to the best of my ability. Of course, I'm not dealing with personal attacks and other slander. Those people I just block because they need to be removed from the dinner table and learn a few manners if they want to be engaged in a dialogue. So I thank those of you that send me those negative comments because I just kind of eliminate it and go block, delete, eliminating you from my focus, because what you're attempting to do is distract me and bait me into some sort of situation where I have to defend myself to you. And of course, you forget. I've always been unpopular. from the moment I started the show, talking about the New World Order, talking about 9/11, being called a conspiracy kook. I've gone through all those things, and you want to say that you support me because you've subscribed to my channels for years. You're more like an energy vampire. You're more like a parasite. You're more like a demonic attack that comes through the form of a comet. And what's interesting is really negative people on YouTube, they don't act like that on Facebook where I actually know you could see your face. It's when you're anonymous. You're hiding behind an anonymous face and you have no videos. You have no information yourself. And you'll find something that someone says and completely attack it. But you won't hear the other things or look at the other videos. You only focus on what you don't like because it elevates your own lack of self-esteem because you're doing nothing. If you were doing something, you would have videos. If you had confidence in yourself or your ability to speak, you would have videos on your channel. It's not easy to do what people like myself, what we do. You haven't been evicted from place to place to place to place because you have a YouTube channel and your roommates are terrified that if martial law is declared, that they're going to come to the house looking for you. You haven't been subjected to the racism that I have. Most of you are completely white or completely black, living in a country or culture that's invading countries like Afghanistan and Iraq. But just because you say that you're against those things, if you judge the appearance of someone else whose father's from another country, how are you not racist? How are you not some Aryan nation fuckface? So why do you deserve any attention whatsoever? Some of you have like Nazi ideologies. You think you're awake? You think you're fighting the New World Order. You're a lazy fuck who sits there on YouTube shoving your face with content that you get for free but you don't do anything yourself. You just belch and you grab another cheap beer, Budweiser, a little PBR, and you drink and you spit at the monitor and go, get a suit and tie. Stop looking like a hippie traveling around like a bum. Get a job. Talking like a motherfucking demon. And you think you're awake. You're not awake. You are fucking dead asleep. And I want to thank everybody else that has supported me and has sent me positive comments. And I appreciate it, even if I don't get back to you. Because it is a reminder that there are good people watching this channel, as well as people that are sick. There are mentally ill people watching my channel. And there are people that are very spiritually aware. I'm expressing that to both of you right now. I'm aware that you're both there. And you're like competing forces. But the ones of light aren't competing. You're trying to remind me that there are people still listening. And you're looking forward to the new stuff that I'm going to be coming up with. So if you are in a dense population center, and you are near an Access TV facility, and you have the means to turn in a weekly pre-recorded half-hour show that I'll put together and upload in high-quality HD with an intro and outro, I'll go over the news again, show you the graphics just like the old show, but it's going to move smoother. It's going to be quicker. Because we all know attention deficit, the amount of time someone could hold their focus, it's just plummeting. People like graphics, they want to be entertained by this and that, they're not going to listen. Well, I have some of those abilities where I can put together a show in a way that some of those people that attack me and call me names, they're not even able to do those things themselves. But they just want, they want, they want, they want. And if they don't get fed like their little parasite inside of them, they'll attack you for it. And sometimes, I just think the dark forces are working through people like that, so we don't believe in ourselves and we don't even try. Well, you do need to try. And there are people that we still can reach. And the end of the world isn't here. I know, although things look grim and things look dangerous and things look fucked up, we still have the ability to reach people. And Access TV is a great way to reach people that aren't normally hearing this information because they're not, and I don't want to put anyone down that watches a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, but it is kind of like a buffet. It's as much as you want, and all you got to pay is your internet bill. You don't have to pay any of the people for the content to subscribe to the channels. You just eat and you eat, and sometimes we get fat and we stop appreciating what it's like to have information. And a lot of people don't because they've never really been in a situation where there's been a full free speech blackout or a grid blackout situation. They just eat and they eat and they eat. And some people take good pieces of information like nutrition. It's got enzymes. You can really take a bite out of it and it helps you see a greater light. Some people are eating really bad pieces of information. And they're ingesting and they're becoming very afraid, very angry. And they're turning on people that are working with them. On myself, these people attacking me that claim they're awake, that's cannibalistic. You want to attack your brother? Oh, because we're not entertaining you enough. Oh, I wasn't aware. I feel like Joe Pesci from Goodfellas. Oh, I'm a clown. I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to dress up in a suit and tie on a regular basis, and entertain you and cut my sideburns and look the way you want me to look to conform to your Aryan Nation worldview. Wow. I just want to thank all of you that have that mentality for reminding me how fucked this world is with some of your just fucked up ways of looking at other people and judging people. It's a reminder we are far from fixing anything as long as you're spending your time attacking other people. So I want to thank you because it reminds me of some of the things that I need to focus on Outside the Box 2.0, which is what I'll be calling the return of my new show. That'll be packed with videos, music, images, an intro and an outro, and it'll be exactly 28 minutes. I'm thinking about a half-hour weekly show. So for those of you with access TV centers nearby, when we put this information out there on a regular basis, people that are watching those channels that don't have the internet, they appreciate it. And for a lot of them, especially elderly, it gives them a sense of hope. Whether you're elderly or whether you're just the age of my mother, it seems that people older than I am 33. I started doing my show when I was 24 at a very young age. Most people don't get involved as early as I did, and most of them don't have an Afghan or Afghanistan heritage like I do. I'm the only one that's involved in videos. So when people attack that, they're mentally ill and they have an agenda to actually squash my spirit. The point is when you reach people, when I reach people and talk about where I'm from, people see someone and go, he doesn't look like a terrorist. He has interesting things to say. Well, maybe there may be others around the world that aren't white, that have interesting things to say, that aren't terrorists, that aren't Muslim extremists. There's a lot of things that I'm expressing that I don't hear other people expressing. So when I reach people with what I'm sharing, I sometimes can reach people in ways that Alex Jones can't. When he's calling them slave scum, when he's telling them that they're going to die. I reach those people that Alex Jones can't reach. Now, I'm not trying to be like him. People try to say that in the early years. Very insulting. Alex is my birth name. And both Alex and Ansary both mean protector or helper, helper of humanity. Ansary, coming from the Ansars, I have a lineage, a Sufi lineage on my father's side that's played a role in history that I don't talk about very much, that a lot of people don't understand, that are just looking at the world through a YouTube lens. Show me your fancy graphics, show me your shaved sideburns, show me your suit and tie. Don't ask me to help you do anything, you slave scum. No, I'm not the slave scum. I think people need to readjust their focus as to where the evil is. I'm feeling very positive, however, despite the setbacks in this last year of traveling, that this winter is going to be a lot more stable. So in the next few days, as soon as I get that camera, I'm going to be working on producing that weekly half-hour show at about 28 minutes. And the first pilot episode should be available in, let's just say 2 weeks from now. Let's say 2 weeks from now, it's going to be in October. I will release it, the pilot, Outside the Box 2.0 episode. You can review it, you can critique it, you can blah, blah, blah. But I'll put it on some sites other than YouTube, like disclose.tv. You can also make some suggestions down in the comment section. And I'll try to craft the show to where it's relevant for a few months. From there, if you want to download an HD quality version of that pilot show, that would be awesome. You can put it on a DVD and take it down to an access TV center or a community radio station. You can just have it converted into sound. And try to let the information sprout its own wings. I see the success that I had looking back in retrospect in 2004, 2005, getting great guests early on because I believed in myself at a time where no one believed in myself, and I did it by myself. Now I'm rebuilding all of that. I'm working on AlexAnsary.tv. I'm going to be working on it soon. It's been some time. I'm grateful to have the internet. And so there's going to be some exciting months ahead for those that have been loyal supporters all this time. You can also email me, alex_ansary@hotmail.com. That is also my PayPal ID. And if you'd like to donate any other way, you're free to do that as well. But no one's expecting that you do. I'm just looking forward to things changing and being in a much more positive direction as the weeks and months go on, and basically giving you guys what you'd like to have, and that's a better quality produced show. And I'm going to be one of the few people that's actually doing it on the road without their own home, and that just puts me that much further along in the game. Thank you for watching.